Hey guys, welcome to Chatterbox Chronicles. I'm Josh and this is Sam. We are both Christians who love to talk about random topics, and today we will be covering FNAF. Specifically the new FNAF trailer that came out a couple weeks ago. And the new DLC for Security Breach.
Okay, well, disclaimer, I am sick, so I sound different. I apologize. There's not really much I can do about that other than take medicine and hopefully not die.
Hopefully.
Did you? Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, um, yeah, let's get started.
So
I'm kind of excited.
instead of Sam making the questions, I made the questions this time. They might be a little bit worse, but here we go. So the first question would be: do you think the FNAF movie is going to be good? Like, do you think it'll go well?
That's a good question. I mean, taking away the fact that FNAF has like tons of games and stuff, and just looking at it as a premise, kids basically haunting mechanical suits and killing people. Um, I think it's gonna be good. As a premise, I think it's good. Uh, I think the company behind it, Blumhouse, which I'm not sure if you know, they're known for their horror movies or whatever. I think they're gonna be able to deal with it good.
That's true.
I definitely think all the fans, just because there's so many fans of the games and all that, I think it's at least gonna make 1 million, probably closer to like 20 in the box office.
20 million. I mean, yeah. I might say more, maybe around 30 million. But
Yeah.
I think it'll do very well. But I kind of wish it was rated R, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because
I haven't.
it sounds weird, but I want to see like the. It's very weird, but I like in terms of horror, I want to see the children get murdered because that's what the entire games are based on. The children's souls. I mean, we're not going to get into the books here, but the games are based on the children's souls haunting the animatronics. Um,
Yeah.
and that leads into my second question: do you think they will stay accurate to the games?
Okay. One thing before we go to that. No, I can't. I just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, actually, no. Actually, this is sort of a joint between both questions. I think the reason it's rated PG-13 is because in the games we don't actually see the kids get murdered, right? Because what is the gameplay, like the core gameplay? I doubt they're basing it off the lore.
I mean, yeah, I guess that core gameplay would be just the security guard.
Oh yeah. Okay, so for any of those who don't know, the gameplay basically how it works is you're sitting in an office and you check security cameras to try and stop the animatronics from coming in the room and killing you. And there's a door on each side that you can open and shut. So yeah, that is that it, or is there like other things? I mean, I think
That for the
that's
first
it.
two games, that's basically it. I mean, the first one is that's the first one. The first one's a little bit different,
Is
where you have to put on a mask and shine a flashlight, but that's
oh yeah,
basically
the
it.
second has a flashlight and the vents. Is the third just checking the cameras as well?
It's literally just checking a camera and playing an audio noise.
Yeah. The fourth is weird, but
That's where it got
that's
completely
because
different.
oh yeah, and it just went. It didn't go down. I honestly, I would say after the fourth game, it went up. In, like my opinions, but anyway.
For some reason, people hate, or at least a video I watched, people. This is getting way off topic.
It's it's about FNAF. I mean, I think
I
it's
mean,
fine.
yeah, that's true. For some reason, a video I watched, this guy put Ultimate Custom Night in the worst tier when rating the games. Like,
Ultimate Custom Night's great.
that's what I'm saying. I think he
There's
put
honestly
it. I
too
think
much
he
lore
put
to
it
it.
with FNAF World.
Okay, hot take: FNAF World's a good game.
Ain't no way. It's
Have
worse
you
than
played it
every
before?
single other game, but
Have you played it before?
no.
Okay, so basically, think of FNAF if it was Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, I guess I like it because I like Pokemon.
Well, there you go.
Right? Okay, we should probably get back to the question at hand.
True. Number two, do you think they will stay accurate to the games? So I do think they'll stay accurate to the games. I think they'll have the normal animatronics. They'll probably they will make them haunted by the children. Um, we might even get to like get a hint at their bodies being inside. I hit my mic. At their bodies being
Oh,
inside of the suits,
yeah,
because Michael might be like, "Why do these suits smell so bad?" You know. Um, and I do think that we're gonna get some classic FNAF gameplay where he's sitting in a room, uh, you know, worrying about his flashlight power, power outside, the power of the doors, all that. Um,
yeah,
but I also think that they're gonna make it so that it's an actual movie, and it's not just that. So they're gonna add a bunch of stuff that probably wasn't in the game, like Elizabeth, um, because she didn't come in till like sister location. Uh,
yeah,
they're probably going to add. I mean, we know that Vanessa's in it, which is my seventh question, so that's a bit weird. Um,
very.
but I I don't think they will add anything from the books, correct? But I don't think they'll add or reference anything from games four and beyond. I think they might reference stuff from four,
Okay,
um, but I think it'll will mostly stay close to the games.
I okay. So, like I was saying earlier, I think what they did for the movie is they took the core gameplay and turned it into the movie rather than they took the core story. Um,
Yeah,
I think that they probably kept some of the story, right? Like kids being murdered and stuff like that. Um, one thing I did want to critique though is Michael wouldn't ask why the suits are weird because he knows his father was a murderer. I'm pretty sure because he literally got scooped in sister location. But anyway, um,
true.
yeah, I think they're gonna stay accurate to the gameplay. Kind of like what you said. Like there's, I really hope at least there's a scene where he's sitting in a room worrying about, you know, the power and the doors and the animatronics and all kind of stuff like that. Um, but I definitely think one wild card in all of this is going to be is the main character's name Michael?
Yeah, Michael Schmidt and Abby
Really?
Schmidt.
That's yeah. I think his daughter is going to be a wild card because she's not in any of the games, if I'm correct. Because right in the games, Michael Schmidt is just is. I know there's a Schmidt in the games, but I can't remember whether his name is
It's
Michael or not.
no, the guy's name, the night guard in the first game is Michael Schmidt.
Okay.
It's Michael Afton in the first game, but he
Yeah.
changed his
Yeah.
name to actually get the job.
And then he did it again, but
Yeah,
um, yeah, I think Abby Schmidt as a character is going to be a very wild card because I don't know what they're going to do with her. But otherwise,
exactly.
yeah, I think the game's going to stay accurate. The movie's going to stay accurate to the game. Sorry.
Yeah, and do we know it's his daughter? Because what my original thought was that it was his sister, and they just changed the instead of going Michael Afton and Elizabeth Afton, they went Michael Schmidt and Abby Schmidt because Abby is a nickname for Elizabeth. So
Is
yeah, I
I
don't know
did not
why.
know that.
I looked it up. Apparently, it is. Let's stay on this question. Any other thoughts you had about how they'll stay accurate to the games?
Um, I hope we get Golden Freddy, but otherwise, I I think they're gonna, they got the main four animatronics and the closed down building and all that stuff. Although I will mention it is a little weird that a closed down building needs a security guard, but
That's true.
yeah, it's like if it's closed, why do you need a security guard?
Well, I mean, they don't want the animatronics getting out.
Yeah, but you have to assume that the company doesn't know that the animatronics are up and walking around, or else it would be all renovated and all that stuff. Like they get all the animatronics out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that goes into the next question. How do you think the story will go? Um, I think that you go first.
Okay, as you complete your thoughts, I basically what I think is going to happen is, as we've seen in the trailer, he becomes a security guard, and then let's assume it's his daughter because he looks old enough. What if it's his sister? I think that would also make sense, and I think that would explain ultimately if the movie ends on like a good note, like everyone's alive and they got out of there and whatnot. Um, I think ultimately that can lead to the FNAF cinematic universe, which sounds scary, but gonna gonna have one show about each character.
Oh no.
um, all right. But yeah, I think basically they're going to. I hope at least they ended on a positive note instead of having someone die, because if that is his sister, she should not die yet. But if it's his daughter, I'm not sure if that makes canonical sense because I'm pretty sure Michael isn't that old.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Um, I was gonna say that about his like daughter slash sister. I think it would make more sense for them to go um the sister route, because what they could do is what they're doing right now is making it for people who haven't actually seen the or like seen the games, I guess. Because we clearly know that Michael Schmidt is Afton's son. So relating Abby Schmidt to him kind of indirectly relates her to Michael Afton
Mhm.
or William Afton, sorry. Um, but I think it would be easier to go for the sister route, because then what they could do is like in a later movie or in this movie, they could kind of do like a, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be like the games because they already knew that William Afton was their father, but they could kind of do like a Darth Vader or Luke thing where it's like, oh yeah, I'm actually your
Oh
father,
yeah.
like in just terms of like the movie plot. Um, and I think going with the daughter route would be much harder to relate Michael back to. Um, it would be much harder to relate Michael and Abby back to William, and
Yeah.
if Abby was Michael's daughter, it wouldn't have as much weight when she died to William.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
But I think the story is gonna go, um, this place shut down because there's five kids went missing. This guy goes in
Nurse,
to you know
security guard for
to
some reason.
he's a security guard for some reason at a night. Vanessa is there as the lead security guard, and then the second night he's there, or the first night he's there, everything goes fine. The second night though, he gets a call from Vanessa that's like, "Oh hey," or like the animatronics start moving the second night, and then he calls Vanessa
Oh
up,
yeah.
and then while he's in his room, Vanessa tells him all this story and all that he wasn't told before. Um, the job,
Oh yeah.
and they start moving, and she tells him, "Oh, they're actually coming to kill you," or or she's kind of like the the phone guy in one where he's very
Oh
vague about them killing you, and he's like, "Nah, you'll be fine." Um,
right.
and then he survives the night. He waits till 6 a.m. and then he comes back and he tries to free their souls. I think they're gonna go that route with
Oh yeah.
like the FNAF 3 route where you can free their souls
Mhm.
in the secret ending, or they're gonna go and have him be there for 5 nights because something happened to his sister or whatever. Because I think I remember something about that in the trailer, where he's trying to figure out what's going on, and then a sequel comes.
Yeah. One thing that I just thought about actually, that I'm not sure how his character's gonna be involved is actually Willie himself. Um, right? Because as far as we know, it's just Michael and Abby and the animatronics. I don't actually think we've seen Michael in any of the trailers. So I think whatever's going to happen with him will be interesting. Sorry, not Michael. William.
Yeah, true.
Um, I think one cool thing would be we get like a long, maybe like. Okay, no. So originally I had a thought, but I've got a different thought. One cool thing would be if at the end of the movie it goes a black screen like before the credits, and it just says night 2, and then the
Oh,
movie ends.
that would be
That would
sick.
be really cool because that means we get 5 movies, right? Well, probably, unless we get the secret. Isn't there like 10? Is there 10 secret nights, or is there only 5?
In the first one, there's 7.
Oh
Or
my!
first one, there's either
I
7
think
or
the first
8.
one's 5.
Well, you have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay,
5
wow.
main nights, and then you have the 6th night that you go, and then you have 2020 mode, 2020 2020 mode,
Oh yeah.
or 420 mode.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely I would hope that happens. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but if it does, that would be awesome.
True.
Um, but yeah, I think the story is going to be great. I don't actually. Do you know who is directing?
Uh, Scott Cawthon.
Wait, actually.
He's a senior. Yeah, he's a lead director in it. So
Okay, so basically, if it's not lore accurate, we can actually yell at the director because he created the lore,
exactly. Um,
right? Yeah.
Speaking on the lore, let's talk about somebody who kind of basically, or let's talk about two people who basically
Created it.
created the lore themselves. Do you think Markiplier
Come
or
on.
Matt Pat will appear in the movie, or both?
Um, for some context, I am a game theory, film theory stan. I literally like watch every video the moment it comes out, and as far as I know, you like Markiplier, right?
I do.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's both like which of our favorite FNAF YouTubers, I guess, will be in the movie.
I hope
I'm
both will
hoping
be.
Matt's in the movie. Yeah. I think I think them not being in the movie would be like a Revolutionary War movie without George Washington and John Adams. Um, I,
True.
I really think they should. I mean, obviously, there's like Dalko and there's other theorists and stuff that have contributed to the FNAF lore, but I think those two are like the main man. Like the two. They're like the 2.5 men of FNAF. Right?
Exactly.
They just made everything. I
Um,
don't think that's a good reference, but anyway.
didn't we see Dawko in the trailer?
I don't think Dalko was in the trailer. I don't
I
think any YouTuber's in the trailer.
I thought somebody was, because I remember looking in the comments and people were like, "Oh, I'm so happy for this YouTuber. He's actually in it because he
It,
actually had a important thing." I swear it was Dawko. It might be somebody else, but
it,
um,
it might have been. I'm having this weird thought that it was Corey Kenshin, but I don't think it was.
yeah. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay, did you figure it out yet?
Corey Kenshin.
So I was right.
Yeah. Um, who's Corey Kenshin?
Uh, exactly.
um, But the funny, I found this funny. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna tell you guys this. The first comment on the official trailers. Spoiler alert: those animatronics might get a little quirky at night.
Wow, good guess. I just I looked at question 5, and I'm pretty sure we've already covered that a bunch.
Do you think there will be a sequel? Question 5. Um,
If you keep my idea, then there technically should be like 7 sequels
yeah, true. What I think they
or
could
6, I
do
guess.
is see. I'm thinking that they're gonna take from 1, 2, and 3, like the 1, 2, and 3 games, and incorporate some
Yeah,
stuff in that. Have Afton wear the suit. Maybe have him die at the
I
end.
hope he does. That would be okay. Except he doesn't die, but yeah.
Get spring locked. I mean, uh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
but I think what they could do is they could go with your route, or they might actually be doing a thing where they make every game into a movie. So this first one, it's with Mike Schmidt. It has Afton in it. It has the 5 kids, and it's literally just that, and it's based on the first game. And then they're gonna come out with a second movie that's based on the second game.
But yeah, I really hope there's a sequel with my idea.
Yeah, true. I would honestly rather have that than um what I said.
Wait, does the okay? So let's think about this. There's FNAF 1, FNAF 2, and FNAF 3. Oh, you know what they could incorporate if they do sequels?
What?
That's very much like I could see them incorporating something from Sister Location, because that's I don't know why, but I think it's kind of like the first 3.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
you're like not necessarily a security guard, but it feels like some of the same things that a security guard would do.
true. I feel like it could be more scary, to be honest. You
FNAF
could,
3, if they should turn it into a movie, sorry, Sister Location.
yeah. It's just I feel like
Yeah,
sister location because you can make it pretty scary as he crawls through. Him crawling through a pitch black room with animatronics, like,
yeah.
I feel
I
like it's
think
just
that's
more
probably one of the.
immersed.
I think Sister Location is definitely one of the scariest games,
Yeah.
aside from like 4 maybe.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, technically, none of 4 exists. I think so. Yeah, but
That's true.
anyway,
Number 6, we kind of already answered it. Do you think we will actually get to see the murders of the children, or do you think the murders would have already happened in the plot of the movie? I think the murders would probably already have happened in the plot of the movie, considering, like you
that would
said, that they
that
didn't
would
happen in the
explain why
games.
it's yeah, that would explain why it's PG-13, because they don't have to worry about showing the murders because it happened pre-game.
True.
There, there might be something about passing, like phone guy or something. Oh, there used to be 5 kids that went missing here or something like that.
Yeah. Speaking of phone guy, why in the world is Vanessa there? Why is she in this movie?
Question. Oh wait, hold on. You know who the Vanessa might be?
Who?
She might be that police that was talking to Michael in the first.
No, that's exactly who she is.
Oh, she was the police officer?
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
I didn't even realize.
the police. Wait, hold on. Was
At
she
the
the one?
beginning of the trailer,
Let me
a police officer said, "Oh, you're the new one,"
let me look.
talking to Michael.
Okay, so yes, Vanessa is the police officer, which I think is just weird. My thing.
Um,
Sorry, go ahead.
if if they go with end up the if it becomes a cinematic universe or whatever, and they eventually go to uh what is it? Security breach. It's the one where they're in the Pizzaplex, right, with Vanny
Uh
actually
huh.
being that this could be setting up her character for that, so that way she's already an established character.
I mean, that's true.
Because think about it, if they were to do that, just like your security breach, they'd have to introduce at least her and Gregory, the robot kid or whatever. But if they do her already established, then they just have to introduce Gregory, and they have more time for shenaniganery. That's even a word.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that would also make sense because she would also be like a resident police guard at. She would already had experience. So yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Uh, I think her being a, I think, yeah, I definitely believe this is her just being established and not her having any plot um relevance.
Yeah, but
Although I guess
what
we'll
gets
have
me
to
is
wait and
that
see.
I believe she's the phone guy. She acts as the phone guy, which
I
I think
really
is
hope they get Marker Matt to be phone guy and not her.
that would be awesome, dude. Matt Pat as phone guy would be awesome, or maybe Mark
And then you
because
know what
he
they can
kind of
do?
has the lower voice.
They should have Matt be phone guy, and they should have Mark voice all of the animatronics.
That would be cool. Except animatronics don't talk.
They have, I'm pretty sure they have clips where they're talking, not like having full on conversations, but playing back pre recorded voice lines.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know what might be weird? Um, what they might do is
Yes.
if the animatronics can record things, then they might.
Sound illusion discs.
Oh no! Oh no! Not this again.
I hope not. And
That would be way too
anyway,
confusing.
what are you
But
gonna say
I hope
for the first
it's. I hope
movie?
it's
Yes.
like this would actually give me like it'll actually get me scared. I hope that they like if they can record things. I hope that they play back the death of the kids because it would
Oh,
wouldn't it be that he would have the animatronic right in the room with him when he's killing them so we can just stuff him in the suit and put it back? That would be terrifying.
that would be terrifying and making me want to not go see the movie. No, but while you were saying that, I had another thought. Right before they're about to like try and murder him, they just play back voice clips of him talking. Alright, imagine you're just walking like down the road one day, and some guy just comes up and starts talking to you in your own voice.
That'd be
You just be like,
terrifying.
"What the frick?" It would be, and he just robs you. It's like I got robbed by a guy with my own voice. What
I got robbed by me. What is going on?
is this?
He's got a skinwalker.
Yeah, right. Oh,
Um.
um,
Anyway,
yeah,
so about
they can
Vanny.
record things. I I think she's just here to establish a character.
No, I was gonna say Vanny kind of leads into our next topic,
Ruin,
which is the new DLC, Security Breach Ruin.
ruin.
I saw two of the
Yes.
endings so far. I'm not going to spoil anything because it's a bit early to say something about spoilers.
I No, I think we should see spoilers because I definitely want to discuss with you the endings that I saw because
Okay,
I've seen two so far.
same. So first of
Spoiler
all,
warning right now. If you
big
don't want any
spoiler warning.
spoilers,
Big, big, big,
leave
big.
the comments.
Um,
Leave right now. We're about to get into some deep lore here.
real. So what I think
Go watch.
is,
Yes,
well, see, the thing about it is Cassie is a nickname for
yeah,
Cassidy, the one you should
correct.
not have killed. Um,
You
which
can just say Golden Freddy's kid.
well, there's
One
technically
of the
two
Golden Freddy
kids
kids.
in yes.
Okay, yeah, but
But it's a bit weird. I don't know why they would name her that if they were deliberately trying to call back something or if that's like a an important plot point.
yeah.
But the thing that brings it up is if Gregory is a robot, then how would he have a friend?
Uh, rob- Robots can have friends too, Josh. Come on,
Okay.
man. Gotta be inclusive. I don't.
Robots
Okay,
are friends, not food.
I'm a little confused by the question. Like, what if Gregory is functioning? If he is a robot, basically as a human, he is functioning as one. So why couldn't he have friends?
The thing about it is, why would he ever be outside of the Pizzaplex to make friends like that?
Well, we know he was outside of the Pizzaplex, right? Because he's seen at least 3 different therapists who he then murdered.
That's true. Wait, what?
Well, okay, you didn't know that? Wait, have you not seen the one room in Security Breach with the recordings?
No.
There's a room in Security Breach. Basically, it's got a bunch of recordings from Gregory. Well, it doesn't say Gregory specifically, but Gregory talking to therapists and Vanessa talking to therapists. And basically, Gregory goes through 3 because each time they get too close to like I forget what it is. Basically, they get too close to finding something out about him that he doesn't want them to know. They they go missing or on vacation or something like that, quote unquote. So basically, he murdered them or had Freddy do it or whatever.
Oh, so he is a robot. Okay.
I think so. It's not directly confirmed because he could be a human killing them.
I mean, that wouldn't really make much sense because he's a child. But
Yeah, yeah.
okay, so on the endings.
I saw 3.
Oh, you saw all of them. I only saw 2. I saw the one where he got scooped, and I saw the one where Cassie died.
Okay, I won't tell you what the third ending is, but basically, in order to get it, you hide in a corner. I'm not even joking. During the chase scene, you just hide in a corner.
Mark is gonna have a fun time trying to find that out.
Yeah, and basically, what I'm not gonna like tell you what happens, but you hide in a corner.
Stop
The
it.
ending plays, and then it's over.
Oh,
It's very weird.
that's weird.
It's very unique,
I wonder
and
which
I'm
one's
willing.
the
I'm
real ending.
willing. If I had to guess, the one where he gets scooped.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's probably real.
Although I would like to discuss how do you think he got down there? Because I do not remember him being in security breach at all.
The mimic.
Yeah.
I think the mimic. Okay, so the thing is, I believe the mimic is actually, the amalgamation of
Oh,
the
yeah.
the thing at the secret ending of Security Breach that has Funtime
So the
Freddy's
black
head.
goo.
Yeah, I think that like because that black goo was still alive and you could actually see it
Yeah.
move in one of the things in
You
Ruin.
could get jump scared by it, I'm pretty sure.
You could, yeah, but in Ruin, when you're walking and you look to the left, there's an open thing in the wall. You can see one of its
Oh,
tentacles cut like fly up. It's basically sort of it's like letting you know that the Greg that you're talking to isn't real.
yeah.
Um, but I think what happened was that that thing, because it was still alive, made
Yeah.
itself a suit somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Fazgoo. We're not going to get into that. I don't think
Fat
they're going to go that route.
ass goo. I hope
But
not.
I think it made itself a suit, and it's actually that. Like that is what it is. Um, which I think is even more
Okay, so
terrifying.
basically,
Go ahead.
yeah. So basically, you think all the Faz goo or the Black Death amalgamated into the one weird mimic thing.
Correct. And that's kind of scary to me because
Yeah.
you have Funtime Freddy, Baby,
Jesus.
Afton, or I guess Afton's different.
No,
Afton's in the other suit,
yeah, Burn Trap is different.
and um, Molten Freddy, all in one suit.
Basically, it's all like 10 spirits or whatever it is.
Yeah,
So basically, it's a bunch of very mad venom that cannot control itself.
correct.
And it somehow turned itself into sentience, which is even scarier.
True. However, what do we think about the Roxy thing?
Oh, what, Roxy dying? Or not having eyes? Or being
Roxy didn't
stuck?
die. She just held off the mimic. I don't think she
I mean,
died.
well, the mimic got past her.
But yeah, but he probably didn't have to kill her to do so.
I bet it's gonna reabsorb her.
Well, no, because in the one ending where Cassie died, when you skip the credits, I believe she says Cassie, like she's uh,
Oh, it's her asking,
like, are
where
you
are you
still
or
alive?
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Roxy is still living.
Okay, so basically it's Roxy finding her body and being like, Cassie, are you good?
Yeah. So I do think Ruin's a good it was a great DLC for it being free, and I
Yeah.
hope that it goes somewhere good. I it huh. My thoughts on it, the only thing that's confusing is the Cassie thing.
Yeah.
Gregory makes sense because, if, like Matt Pat said, if hi Afton's wife is running the entire business now, she created
Oh, that's
Gregory
right.
to mimic her
Their son. Yeah.
her son. She created, she basically, Vanessa is an older daughter or an older Elizabeth.
Yeah.
But where's Michael? That's the only thing. I guess Michael's soul is in Freddy. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that
but then
makes
who's
sense.
Cassie?
Explains.
That's like
Um,
the red herring in every single thing here.
did Mark skip the one part, or did he actually complete the stuff
What does that mean?
during Matt's playthrough again? Because he did this also during Security Breach. He accidentally put on the mask and skipped a giant section. It's the one where he's being followed by the glitch rabbit thingamabob. And you gotta do the security camera thing where you find the objects, but you're being followed. So you basically gotta run in a circle.
He skipped that? How do you skip that?
Matt Matt put on the mask and it basically teleported him all the way to Roxy Raceway.
Oh!
Yeah, it was rough. But it's when you go there and then you leave before you come back.
Yeah, no, I don't think Mark skipped that.
So I'm not sure if Mark caught this, but actually, I think the implication is that Cassie is literally just a friend of Gregory, and Gregory was at her birthday party, but he was the only one that showed up. So they're friends. I think that is the
Oh.
implication. Um, but yeah, I think Ruin was a great DLC. Do I like the way they went with the story? Not really, but I mean that's whatever. FNAF has never been the greatest at storytelling.
True. This is true. So anyway, on with the daily question of today.
All right, I probably should have pulled this up earlier. All right, daily question as provided by the Comics Explained Discord is: you can have two superpowers, but they contradict each other. What would they be? This is a very weird question.
How would
Um,
that work?
okay, so I'll give you some answers from the Discord just to give you some context or whatever. Okay, so one person said the ability to turn ice into fire or ice. Sorry, the ability to turn into ice or fire. Another person said the ability to accelerate or decelerate moving objects. Uh,
Oh,
the ability to control living things and spread chaos among them.
I
Super speed and
understand.
teleportation.
That's not really contradicting itself. That would be super speed and be able to run extremely slow. That would contradict itself.
Right? Yeah. Um, yeah, this is a bit of a hard question. I'm gonna be honest. If you think it's a bad question, I can pull another one. Because they do one every day. But
No, no, it's a good question. I
it
know
really makes you think.
I would really like super speed. Um,
So you're gonna run super slow then?
well, you have two superpowers, so you don't have to necessarily
Yeah.
use the other one. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
so I
I think super speed, super deceleration is great
Oh,
because
here we go.
because
Sorry, go
here's
ahead.
the I think super speed and super deceleration are great for like a couple reasons. If you can, what is it called when you go slow? Super slow, or should we just call it super deceleration?
Just slow speed.
Okay, if you slow speed, I'm pretty sure it's just super slow. But anyway, like so, let's say for instance, like, I've seen a clip of the Flash, the CW show, where there's a bomb and he speeds up to uh basically think of ideas.
Oh, that show. Okay, that episode's amazing. It's in season 4.
Basically,
Uh,
my idea,
um, so
my idea.
hold on, for context, there's a nuke that went off. He speeds himself up, and that in turn
Oh,
slows the world down. So
yeah, because that makes sense.
him slowing down would actually make the world go faster.
No, my idea is if he slows himself down, then he would have time to think of a solution instead of speeding up and everything happens faster.
That wouldn't work though. So
Well, okay.
okay, so that would only work. That would only work is this was my idea actually. So instead of me having the superpower of deceleration and acceleration, I would have the superpower of giving things deceleration and acceleration. Because then, at any point, I could give
Okay, yeah.
myself acceleration and run super
Oh,
fast,
yeah.
and then take it away.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I could save people from car crashes. I could be like, that car
That's true.
decelerate, you go. But the thing with the Flash
Oh.
is that because he himself accelerates himself, that makes time slow down around him. If he decelerated himself, that would make time accelerate.
So basically, whenever he goes fast, he's time traveling. Good to know.
Basically, he has time slow.
Manipulation.
Yeah. And he can run very fast.
Yeah. Actually, while you were saying that, I had another idea of what superpower I would have. And this, not sure, it might be kind of basic, but the ability to create and destroy things. So basically, just reality manipulation.
Oh, there you go. Just
Right? Because
break the first law of thermodynamics. Okay.
right, I mean, if they're superpowers, that's kind of what they do, right?
True.
Or like super jump and like super inflection or whatever. So where instead of jumping, you just make a giant dent in the ground.
You're just standing there, boom.
I mean, hey, that would be definitely off-putting to enemies. You're running towards them, they think you're about to jump and just around them, just
True. They're like, okay, I'm looking up in the air, and then they're just standing there, like cartoon style. They're still standing there, and then as they look down, they just fall.
right? That as stupid as it sounds, that I think that would be a good power. Ooh.
I mean, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, well, that was a really good daily question. Makes you think a lot.
True. Anyway, let us know your thoughts on the daily question or any of the questions that we had today in the comments. You can also just let us know what you think of the podcast or anything on FNAF really.
Yes, sir.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment, and don't forget to follow on our Spotify.
Hey, don't forget to download either. Every download is another podcast downloaded.
True. That sounded like
Every time
somebody.
you breathe. That's basically what
You
I
should
just
run
said.
for president. That was insane.
Right?
Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for listening, and we hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Bye-bye.